everybody, Beth here. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, Fine Aged Finds. If you're new here, I'm a reseller of vintage goods and I sell on Poshmark, Etsy, and eBay. This week I had pretty low ticket sales, I guess. I didn't have anything that sold for like 30 or above. Um, so I'm not bringing home tons of cash, but there are things that I probably wouldn't buy again. There are some of the things that I bought my first time out, and I've learned a lot since then. So as long as I make some kind of profit and don't, or even just break even, I'm happy. Um, Obviously, I don't want to lose money. So that's what this week is kind of about. I'll show you some things that I was just trying to get rid of. Also, overall, I have tried to tweak things a little bit to try to get more sales. I'm a slow dime kind of seller, so there are quick nickel and slow dime sellers. Quick nickel is where you want to flip things quickly, but maybe not for as much as you could have gotten if you waited longer and found the right buyer that would pay. And then the opposite is the slow dime. Like you'll put the price that you want to get and leave it until you get the right buyer. So I tend to be a slow dime kind of person, or I like a mix because I do get like antsy if I don't have sales for a while. Um, but I'm brand new to Etsy and eBay. I've only been on there for about a month, and so I've had a few sales. I think 12 between the two sites, but I don't. Not everybody leaves feedback, and I think especially with eBay, them being able to see your seller feedback or your history is really important for people to buy from you. So I lowered some prices to try to get some more sales, to try to get some more feedback, and hopefully get some more sales. So if that makes sense. So I'll point out a couple of things that I was going to wait for the right buyer, but I've dropped the price so that I can hopefully get some more sales and some more history. But okay, let's get started. I think that's all I wanted to say. So first on Poshmark, I had a pretty even spread across the three platforms. So 3 sales on Poshmark, 3 on Etsy, and 4 on eBay. Okay, so this 80s men's like bomber jacket leather. I had this for a long time, and it was a large, so it's a decent size. It's not like a uncommon size, and it was in great condition. Like didn't even really have pilling. Definitely vintage, and a style that's in right now, the bomber jacket style. I think maybe if this had been the kind of leather that is like shiny, patent, smooth, it would have done better. Well, I mean, that would look like it is more valuable anyway, but this was kind of the leather that's like soft. So I don't know if that's why I've just had this listed for such a long time. I started out at like 50 or 60, and obviously worked my way down to 22, which is what I took. So I paid $5 for this and I sold it for 22. Next, I'm excited about this sale. I'm just kind of throwing out some houseware stuff and trying to see what's going to happen with it. I'm not sure about the buyer's market for house stuff yet, or home decor and those things on Poshmark because it's only been since the end of May that we've had this new market. Oh. Um, so yeah, I didn't know how well they do on there. I didn't know if it was people that are actually looking for fashion just kind of happening upon your home stuff, and or if people are actually going to Poshmark to look for home stuff yet. You know what I mean? So anyway, I guess I am getting some sales. So whether it's people that are already on there, are like already on Poshmark for other items or not, I'm not sure. Anyway, rambling. I bought this for $2 and sold it for 22. If you watch my one of my recent hauls, I have that blanket and this in the haul. Or maybe 2 different hauls. But anyway, I paid $4.50 for this, which was more than I pay for things if I can help it. But I just thought it was so cool, and with the end of the um, with it was like right around the Game of Thrones finale that I got this, so I thought that it would do really well. There was a patch where the leather had kind of come away from the glass, so it wasn't without flaw. And I sold it for $16. Okay, on to Etsy. So I sold this crib sheet. It's just a crib sheet, nothing else, no other sheets. Um, I sold this for $14 and I got it for $2. So this is something really fun because you can find a lot of fabric and sheets and all that stuff with cool patterns. Pretty much, in my opinion, or in my experience, a lot of thrift stores have it. And it goes for really cheap. So I had 3 different vintage crib sheets and I've sold 2 of them now. I have 1 left. And that kind of flip is good. So 2 to 14 is good. I sold these mom jeans. They were 16 long, so a bigger size. I finally sold them. I thought that they would be like high 20s, low 30s, but ultimately they sold for $15, which I'm fine with. I paid $5 for them, so it's still a profit. Oh, I paid way too much for this. I'm trying to think of what I paid. It doesn't even matter. I just know I paid too much for it. It's this cute little magnetized trinket box with a mirror inside. And yeah, it was one of the first times that I went to a place with vintage goods, and I thought that's really pretty and cute and collectible. So I paid $4 for it. I think that's what I paid. And I sold it for $8. So after fees and stuff, I didn't make much of a profit, but I didn't lose money. So I just know now that those aren't as valuable as I thought, or at least this kind. Okay, on to eBay. Here's one of the things that I could have held out for more. There's a history of comps that this particular creamer and sugar bowl set have sold for closer to 40. I had it listed at 40 and then I dropped it down to 20 again because I want to get some feedback and stuff. So, and 20 is a great profit. I paid $4 for these. So we did a little bit of counter offer back and forth, and we agreed on 16. So it didn't sell for 20. It was listed for 20 and it sold for 16. I just sold this yesterday. It's this really cool encyclopedia from the late 50s, Encyclopedia of Cooking. So I got that for 50 cents. Oops. And I sold it for 8. Here's another thing I dropped the price on. I think I could have held out for more, but it's this Pedestal candy dish. And I got it for $3 and I sold it for 11. And that was actually this morning. So this is my favorite sale of the week. If you watched my haul, from a while ago, like one of my first vintage hauls, I got this off of Facebook Marketplace. I bought a lot of 70-ish little golden books and wonder books, and I weeded through, took out all the first editions, and like not got rid of, but kind of just kept them for my personal use with my kids and stuff. Any that weren't in great condition or just weren't first editions. So anyway, it turns out that some are more rare than others. Obviously, this one is pretty rare, and I sold it for $19. So that was an offer that I got. Yeah, so I paid 50 cents and sold it for 19. So I'm happy with that. Okay, here's my summary sticky note. So 10 sales, and the average price was $15.10, which makes sense. All this stuff was about that. No huge high ticket items this week. Altogether, I bought everything for $30.50. I'm not happy with that. There are a few things that I paid too much for, in my opinion. And I paid too much for this, I think. I paid $4.50, and I wouldn't pay that much for anything unless I was going to get like at least 30 back for. Paid too much for this, for sure. And yeah, so those two I wouldn't buy again, at least at those prices. Okay, let me get back here. So my cost of goods is $30.50. So my total gross sales was $114. Then after I subtracted the fees from all the platforms, generally, and my cost of goods, my pocket money, like what went in my bank account, was $83.50. So I turned $30.50 into 114. That's almost quadrupling my money. So when I think about it, I only made 84 bucks this week, but when I started with 30, it's pretty decent, and I'm still new to two of the platforms. So I'm just going to keep listing, listing, listing. Oh my gosh, I'm going to upload a video by Thursday, but I have had the best luck the last few days when I've stopped places here and there to check out what they have, and I cannot wait to show you what I've found. So be on the lookout for that haul video. It's been a while since I did one. But anyway, this is my weekly What Sold video, and I appreciate you checking it out. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.